everybody. Hope you're having a good afternoon. I got some stuff I want to talk to y'all about, and I got an announcement I want to make also here shortly. I want to talk to y'all about what's been going on in the world and with the United States or America. I had said earlier before that that Trump is going to isolate the United States, and that we'll be left standing on our own, and that he's making moves to take control of the American continent, which runs from Greenland on down to Argentina, Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil, etc., etc. It's a large swath, and he's bringing that under control, under his authority and everything, like a king would. So anyway, that's going on, guys, and we can see this with the recent things that's been going on. That's really kind of a big thing like that, guys. And if we see with the tariffs and everything like that that's going on, and we isolate these other countries, that's been long part of the United States trading agreements and stuff like that, the North American Trade Organization, NATO, for example. And a recent comment, put forth by the European nations and other countries and everything about the United States and its what's going on with its peace deal and other things like that. So, guys, it's looking bad. The thing I'm making a comment about, guys, is, since Trump came in office, started imposing these Trumps and reducing staff and cutting programs and everything, the coffers of the United States actually should be growing in size and everything. But as yet, everybody's still paying taxes. Everybody's supposed to be doing what they're supposed to be doing and everything like that. The country's still bringing in money. They cut interest rates, etc., like that and everything like that. And we're making money with the cryptocurrency market. And yes, the United States government is invested in the cryptocurrency markets. So, yeah, that's going on, guys. We are making money. But yet, as I've stated earlier before, we are growing in a debt. We've grown 13 or so, maybe $14 trillion in debt since Trump took office. And that's a lot of money, guys, plus all the money that we're bringing in with everything else and the money we're saving with Doge and everything else. All this money, where's it going? Well, it's been spent for something. I do believe it's part of the war effort and other things like this and stuff like kind of things like this. So, guys, it's kind of funny where all this money's going, and we're not seeing a whole lot of it or evidence of it and everything like that. So I want to read y'all some stuff. I was over here on DMAX News information. It's one of the YouTube channels on here, and give y'all a chance. Y'all should go check it out and everything like that. But I'll go ahead and bring it up here, guys, so I can read some things that come across it. I follow this guy quite a bit. He has some breaking news, good information about what's going on with a lot of stuff. So let me go ahead and bring that up here, and I'll read it off to you real quick here. First off, we got news that Cuba is sending thousands of its citizens to Russia for war, for the Russian army for war effort. They're saying they're over in Russia, but I don't think so. I think what's going on, guys. Remember, I had told everybody that the Russia and China, North Korea, and perhaps even Iran has built underground bases as well as above ground bases in and around Venezuela, and they have been for a long time. I've showed y'all evidence about this, talked to y'all about it. I may not have showed it to you, but guys, they are there. Yes, I did show you pictures of it a while back. So they are there. So the whole thing is not about drug boats per se. That's a cover story. It's about somebody at our southern border. And again, Trump wants to take control of the South, all the way down to Venezuela, Colombia, etc., etc. So anyway, that's what's going on. So Cuba is sending its troops to Russian army to train with the Russian army. They probably be coming back. So another thing is all these countries out here, guys, all the major players and some of the mid-level players and some of the lower-level players, mid-level players, are moving missiles and bombs and stuff like this around to their borders and other places like this and everything. Everything is escalating quite a bit and quite rapidly, guys. I wanted to tell you this. A lot of the stuff is happening in just the last few weeks. So it's really kind of something that we need to pay attention to, guys, because United States more or less is standing on its own right now. We don't have too many friends out there anymore. And I don't think any of them that will run to our aid at this moment. So here's some of the stuff I'm reading from Duramax, excuse me. Putin said that they give no indication that they have any agreement with the peace plan proposed by the United States, and that they are more or less inclined to keep continuing in war. Recent stories has said that Europe is afraid that Russia is getting ready to hit them. Russia says, "Well, we're getting ready to hit y'all, with, an attack and everything like that." So everybody over there is gearing up. Germany, everybody is getting ready for the big thing to go down, guys. It's on edge right now. Cuba's foreign minister had come out and said that the United States is using EMP, electromagnetic pulse interference, on the Caribbean Ocean and everything, interrupting communications and surveillance and things like this. So, guys, it's going on. That's a prelude to something going down. Let me read a couple more here. Europe is prepared to respond with economic force powerful enough to shake the American financial system up to its foundation, break it to its core. So right now, guys, Europe, the European Union, is threatening economic war on the United States over this peace deal with Ukraine and Russia. They said they will leave our economic core values, we leave our economics in rubble. And so that's basically words for war, guys. I mean, I know y'all understand that. I don't need to explain that too much more. It says Russia media is spreading false claims that the front line in Ukraine is collapsing, and it is, guys. This is Western media saying this stuff. It's a bad situation there. Here's another thing that's really telling us things. Guys, remember Trump's stance on NATO. In fact, they told NATO they had to leave the country. They've got to put their little building, fancy building, somewhere else. They getting out of here. So, and funding to NATO has been cut and everything else like that. So NATO is conducting war games right now to simulate defending Europe without the United States. So already, guys, I'm telling you this right now. The United States is already cutting supplies, material, and money and men to the UN or the NATO. Stop funding other European nations, cutting back, making them pay more for their armaments that they get from us, and everything. So these people are kind of rebelling against this, and they're taking stance against the United States because we won't give them free stuff anymore or give them cheap stuff because they're not our friends. Look at it. As soon as we stop giving them a lollipop, they kick us in the shins. So that's kind of going on, guys. And another news source in Paris, in France, called El Paris. I don't know where they got this information from, but the United States is no longer considered an ally of Europe, but a potential adversary or threat. The United States is considered to be a potential adversary or threat by Europe. And that's about it, guys, right there. Now, I want to tell you all this right now. We're facing odds with two major powers, Russia and China, as well as their allies, which is we consider the Axis powers, and there's quite a few of them, including Iran, Venezuela, Cuba, and a few more. And they might not be big, but guys, it's enough. But we already have Europe turning away from the United States. Japan, meanwhile, is going to be occupied with China threatening them with annihilation. So right now, guys, it looks like the United States is pretty much on its own. And don't look for Canada to help because, they don't like us anyway. So pretty soon it's going to be the United States against everybody else. And it ain't going to look good. So right there, guys, I want to give you all that information, tell you a little bit about this and how it's going to lay out. And please take heed of this stuff, guys, because it is a deal that's going down right now. Y'all have a good day. Pay attention to and find your other sources of information besides the TV news and the rather ordinary scripted YouTube news sources and other ones that's got all these great followers, guys. There's some people telling you some breaking information. And stop paying attention to the flashy bulbs about different information, news and stuff. It ain't real. Y'all have a groovy day. Later, taters. Oh, one more thing. I got an announcement to make. Several years ago, one of my YouTube channels, my last YouTube channel, got took down by YouTube for violations of community standards, or whatever they call it and everything. It's back during when the virus outbreak happened, and they took offense to what I said, even though it later on turned out that almost everything I said was actual truth. I have appealed to YouTube several times now, 3 times before then I had been turned down. And finally, on the 4th time, I wrote a nice little long thing telling them how quirky but important my views on the world situation is important to the viewers on YouTube. And they approved my channel being restored. Unfortunately, I was not given my previous videos back. At the time, guys, my YouTube channel got took down. I had around 7,000 subscribers. So I was kind of moving up and everything. That's kind of cool. But they took away all my videos. So that is a sad note on that, but there's always a but. I did save several of the videos I had before from that previous time, so I will be going through and getting ones out, particular ones out, to make sure they don't create a violation, and post them on my other channel. In fact, right now I do have 3 channels. There's this one right here, Deplorable Duck, The Deplorable Duck. I have one now called also Deplorable News Network. I'll be leaving links on this right here for y'all to be able to follow. Y'all can look it up yourself. And the other one I had, the one I was reinstated, I went ahead and renamed it. So me no confusing, and no confusing it. But it's called the original Deplorable Duck. So I'll be uploading videos to all 3 of these channels, guys. Hopefully won't be doing like some people. Somebody from Boston uploads the same video to 3 or 4 different names on YouTube, and also same thing on other platforms too. He's thinking that it will raise his viewership. Anyway, guys, hopefully I'll be able to upload different content from all 3 channels, getting more active here. And again, I will be uploading some of my previous videos from before after going through and making sure they meet requirements or guidelines. Y'all have a good day, guys. Later, taters.